Welcome to a lesson on the best things in life are free. You'll learn how to play this song using either 2 strumming patterns or 2 finger-picking patterns. Now we're going to start with 2 short play-alongs, so you can hear both the strumming and the finger-picking versions before we move into our tutorial. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone. The best things in life are free.
5, 6, 7, 8.
The moon belongs to everyone. The best things in life are free. The stars belong to everyone. They gleam there for you and me. The flowers in spring, the robins that sing, the sunbeams that shine, they're yours, they're mine, and love can come to everyone. The best things in life are free.
Throughout this lesson, I'll be using my tenor with low G tuning. Now, if you have high G tuning, you can follow this entire lesson. Just keep in mind that your 4th string is 1 octave higher than mine, so the patterns will sound slightly different on your instrument, but they still sound beautiful with high G tuning. First, we'll go over our chord shapes and some tips on the chord transitions. Our first chord is G. Here we have our index and middle fingers on the 2nd fret of strings 3 and 1, and our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then we have a Hawaiian version of D7. To play this chord, we're going to play the 2nd fret of strings 4 and 2. Now we can play this either with our index and middle fingers or with our middle and ring fingers. Then we have B flat diminished 7. Now in this song, we move to this chord from G. So starting on G, we're going to lift up our ring finger and slide our index and middle fingers back 1 fret to cover the 1st fret of strings 3 and 1. Then we have A minor, which is the 2nd fret of the 4th string. You can play this either with your middle finger or with your index finger. If you play A minor with your middle finger, then to transition from A minor to D7, you'll place down your ring finger on the 2nd string. And if you play A minor with your index finger, then to transition to D7, you'll place down your middle finger on the 2nd string. Then we have G7. Here we're using our index finger on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and our middle and ring fingers on the 2nd fret of strings 3 and 1. And next we have C, 3rd fret of the 1st string. And you may prefer to play C with your ring finger or with your pinky. And next we have A7, 1st fret of the 3rd string. And here I'm using my index finger for this chord. And finally we have E7. We'll play E7 with our index finger on the 1st fret of the 4th string and our middle and ring fingers on the 2nd fret of strings 3 and 1. Now let's walk through how to strum this song. We're going to use 2 strumming patterns, one for chords that are held for 4 beats and the other for chords that are held for only 2 beats. Our first pattern covers 4 beats, And here's the pattern on a C chord. The strumming here is down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. And the rhythm is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Our second strumming pattern covers only 2 beats with 2 down strums. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Now let's apply these patterns to the song. I've used 3 different types of formatting for the chords in this song. The chords in standard font are held for 4 beats and we'll use pattern 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. The chords with a red 2 after them are held for only 2 beats, and here we'll apply pattern 2. 1, 2. For the chords in bold, we'll play just 1 down strum. Now we have 3 of these chords in the song. The first 2 chords in bold are in line 2. We have a G chord and a B flat diminished 7 that are each held for just 1 beat. And then our third chord in bold is the very last G chord of the song. This chord is held for 4 beats, and if you'd like, you can play a nice slow arpeggio to end the song. Let's walk through lines 1 and 2. We begin line 1 on a G chord with pattern 1. Then we have another G chord, still on pattern 1. Then in line 2, we play pattern 2 on G. Then we have 1 down strum on our G chord that's in bold. Then 1 down strum on B flat diminished 7 in bold. And then we go to A minor with pattern 2, and then to D7 with pattern 2. Now let's count the rhythm of lines 1 and 2 at a slow tempo, starting on G. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're enjoying my lessons, I would love it if you leave me a comment below, and please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help to support my channel. The song sheet for the best things in life are free, including the lyrics, chords, and patterns, is available on my Patreon page. The link is down below in the video description. Now let's look at how to fingerpick the song. Once again, we're going to use 2 patterns, one that covers 4 beats and one that covers only 2 beats. Our first fingerpicking pattern covers 4 beats, and here's how it sounds on a C chord. And now at a slower tempo, the rhythm of this pattern is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. We start this pattern playing strings 4, 3, and 2 with our thumb, index finger, and middle finger. Then we go back to the 4th string with our thumb, then strings 1 and 2 together with our middle and ring fingers, and we finish on string 3 with our index finger. Our second fingerpicking pattern covers only 2 beats. The rhythm here is 1 and 2 and. To play this pattern, we're going to pick strings 4 down to 1 with our thumb, index finger, middle finger, and ring finger. Now to apply these patterns to the song, the chords that appear in standard font are held for 4 beats, and for these chords, we'll play pattern 1. For the chords that have a red 2 next to the chord name, these are held for only 2 beats, and here we'll play pattern 2. And finally, for the chords in bold, we're going to pick all 4 strings together. Now the G and B flat diminished 7 chords in line 2 are held for 1 beat each. for the third chord in bold, the G chord at the end of the song, this chord is held for 4 beats. Now let's walk through lines 1 and 2. We start line 1 on a G chord with pattern 1. Then we have another G chord, still on pattern 1. In line 2, we stay on G, but we move to pattern 2. And then we have our G chord in bold, where we'll pick all 4 strings, and then our B flat diminished 7, where we'll pick all 4 strings again, and then we move to A minor with pattern 2, and then to D7 with pattern 2. Now let's count the rhythm of lines 1 and 2 at a slow tempo, starting on G. 1,